Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions Retold. Episode 9, Yuuta and Rikka, Act 1. It was November 2012. One day, Yuuta, Rikka, Nibutani, Dekamori, Kumin, Ishiki, and Chimera were all in Rikka's club room, where Nibutani was discussing something to her clubmates. The school festival is our chance to put our club's name out there. Nobody knows the countless hours we've spent putting our hearts and souls into this club. There was a cultural festival called the Ginkgo Festival coming up. As Nibutani kept discussing her plan, Yuuta was concerned. "What's she so excited about?" he asked Ishiki. "It's because she quit the cheerleading club," he replied. "I bet she wants to take over the club so everyone will say, 'Nibutani is great! She saved that awful club!' It's part of her master plan." "Oh yeah? What about you and your music club?" asked Yuuta. "Idiot," replied Ishiki. "My heart follows Kumin. Where she goes, I go." "Is that so?" asked Yuuta. Nibutani was still discussing her plan. "That being said, we have to do something for the festival." "Wow, that sounds like fun," said Kumin. "Hold your insolent tongue, you big fake. My master is the leader of this club," exclaimed Dekamori. "I oppose teaming up with another club for any reason," said Rikka. "After all, our true motives must never be revealed to the general populace. If we want to recruit members, we're going to have to put ourselves in the public eye," said Nibutani. "But aren't all the classrooms and auditoriums being used by other groups?" asked Yuuta. "He's right. Even the food stalls don't have any spots left," added Ishiki. "The way you two give up like that is the reason why you don't have girlfriends," roasted Nibutani. The two boys were surprised. "Do you have an idea, Nibutani?" asked Kumin. "It's going to be so big that our club will go down in high school history," she replied. She was very happy indeed. "Wow, how exciting," said Kumin. But Yuuta was not impressed with this, and he still hadn't had a proper talk with Rikka since summer vacation. That evening, Nibutani continued to discuss her plan to Yuuta, Kumin, and Ishiki at the playground while Rikka and Dekamori were on the swings. Yuuta was concerned when Nibutani's idea for the festival was going to be a performance. "Oh yeah, I've seen it on the internet," said Kumin. "Everyone pretends to be part of a crowd, but then suddenly they all break into song and dance, right?" "That's exactly it," replied an excited Nibutani. "We'll blend in with everyone during the school festival, guerrilla style." Yuuta was concerned about a script he was holding. "What the heck is this?" It said, "School Festival Performance, Eye of the Wicked Lord versus Dark Flame Master." "When I was brainstorming what would work, I thought a fight would get the most attention," replied Nibutani. "No frickin' way!" exclaimed Yuuta. "What's the problem? You do it all the time," said Nibutani. "I do not! Why don't you do it, Miss Mori Summer?" said Yuuta. "I'll curse you to death. Besides, I'm way over that stuff." "Oh yeah? Well, I'm way over it too!" Nibutani then faced Rikka on the swing and talked to her. "Hey Rikka! You want to see the Dark Flame Master restored to his former glory, right?" But Rikka didn't answer and kept swinging with Deko. Then the former stopped swinging. Rikka looked at Yuuta for a moment. Then she finally answered, "There's no need," and started walking away. Deko got off the swing and said, "Hey Master, are you going home?" But Rikka didn't answer and left. "What's up with her?" asked Nibutani. "Oh yeah," added Ishiki. "I don't know why we didn't bring this up last Halloween, but the two of you haven't been going home together like normal. What's up, Yuuta?" "Who knows?" he replied. "I don't know what's wrong, but other than Halloween, she's been acting different ever since we got back from the beach." "The beach? The beach? The beach? The beach?" said Yuta's friends. Suddenly, Ishiki and Deko had a realization. Deko swung her pigtail around while Ishiki exclaimed, "Don't tell me you—" "Huh? No, I didn't do anything, really," exclaimed Yuuta. "It's true she stayed over at my house, but nothing happened between us." "Nothing?" asked Nibutani. "It doesn't seem like nothing. Come on, give us the dirt, Yuuta." "The two of you were alone together. Are you sure you're not hiding some kind of secret? Asked Deco. You must reveal it to me. Answer truthfully what happened. And Yuta tried. Well, it started with those invisible boundary lines and she wanted to go look for them. I just tagged along with her. Kumin had no reaction while Ishiki and Nibutani went, What's going on? Asked Kumin. Yeah, what are you both looking at me for? Exclaimed Yuta. He kept quiet about everything else. About Father Takanashi's passing, Rika going to her old house's remains and almost killing Yuta and Toka in her hate form, and he even kept quiet about her past. It must really be bothering her. That night, Yuta and his family were at their apartment. Yuta was cooking something and was sidetracked by his own thoughts. So much so that, Yuta, something's burning, said Kuzuha. Yuta caught himself burning food for the family. Thankfully, there was no fire. Soon, Yuta, Kuzuha, and Yumeha were having pizza and salad at the table. Pizza time, smiled Yumeha. Mother Togashi took a slice and said, Well, I'm off. Mom, don't do that. It's bad manners, said Kuzuha. Sorry, it can't be helped. I have to leave already, said Mother Togashi, as she was doing her usual night shift. Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom, said her children as she went out the door. As Yuta was eating his pizza, he remembered Rika saying from summer vacation, when Papa passed away, that night, when I was staring out to the sea, I saw lights. Beyond the invisible boundary lines, there was Papa. I saw him. My eyes were opened. I could see him. That's why I know he's still here. Beyond the boundary lines, he's here, watching over me. What's wrong, Dark Flame Master? Asked Yumeha. Nothing. I'll get over my troubles, replied Yuta. Something must have happened, thought Kuzuha. Yuta and Rika sure have been acting strange since last summer. Soon it was time for bed. Yuta was lying on his bed, still thinking about Rika's beliefs. She really believes her father watches over her, huh? He thought. Suddenly, Yuta's bed moved for a moment. When he was about to look under it, out came Toka. Yuta was shocked. What the heck are you doing? He exclaimed. Yuta then suddenly calmed down and asked, How did you even fit there in the first place? I did gymnastics in high school, replied Toka. I may not look it, but I'm flexible. And look, I found something interesting. She was holding one of Yuta's cursed Suggestive magazines. His heart stopped. Yuta tried to swipe it, but it was no good, as Toka kept on dodging his grabs. She then began to read it as Yuta was exhausted. There were girls in bikinis and swimsuits on every page. Now you know why the magazines Yuta had were cursed. So this is what you like, huh? Said Toka. She shrugged and said, I'll be more cautious. Just give it back already, said an embarrassed Yuta. And she did. How are things going? With Rika? Asked Toka. There's not a lot I can do about her silence, but lately she started leaving her lunches at home, and she barely touches her dinner. It's that bad? Asked Yuta. Was it what happened in our hometown? Asked Toka. Possibly. I think that's gotta be it, replied Yuta. Has Rika said anything to you? Nope. Oh, I see. Clang! Toka threw her ladle at Yuta. It doesn't matter what universe or timeline you're from. That's gotta hurt. What the heck was that for? Exclaimed Yuta. I was overwhelmed with anger by your complete uselessness, replied Toka. You're always with her, and yet you still don't know anything. Don't take your anger out on me, shouted Yuta. If you're that worried, why don't you just ask her yourself? Toka was surprised. Then she blushed. It's a matter of appearances, said Toka, about to leave. What? My image up until now as her big sister. I don't understand it all, said Yuta. You're too dense, said Toka. Hmm? To put it simply, I'm embarrassed. And she left Yuta's room via his window. The next day, the Ginkgo Festival was still under construction by the students and staff. Lunchtime came and Rika hesitated to eat her lunch, so Yuta came by to try and resolve the situation. Hi, Rika. Leaving your lunch as always, huh? I'll take 'em. Yuta reached down to her slices of tomatoes. When Rika took them away, You're gonna eat them? Asked Yuta. But Rika didn't answer and ate one of her slices, but it burned in her mouth. You know you hate them, right? What are you being stubborn for? Asked Yuta. But Rika bagged up her lunch and ran away. Yuta sighed in disappointment. Rika went outside to find Kumin napping on the grass. Kumin? Asked Rika. She awoke from her nap. Oh, hello, Rika, she replied. What's wrong? Are you trapped in a spatial paradox? Asked Rika. Paradox? No, the weather's just so lovely I had to lay down for a nap, said Kumin. You're wrong, said Rika. Kumin was confused. It's a spatial paradox caused by an evil singularity. That's why everything's wrong. With Yuta. And me too. Something must be done about it. And Rika told Kumin about most of her troubles. So then, Togashi's affected too? Asked Kumin. Yes, and it's because of the evil singularity, replied Rika. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have taken him to the Bureau's headquarters unprepared. While we were there, he must have been placed under some sort of strange enchantment spell. That's what it is. It doesn't look any different than usual to me, said Kumin. Such a spell cannot be perceived by mortal eyes, said Rika. However, it is causing my Eye of the Wicked Lord to resonate intensely. She groaned in pain. Are you okay? I'll manage. But I need the help of a normal human to prevent this signal interference. If I drop my guard at all, it feels like blood will gush from every pore of my body, said a worried Rika. Really? Said a worried Kumin. The interference with my heartbeat increases exponentially the closer I am to Yuta, continued Rika. Is that the reason why you couldn't talk other than Halloween? It is. Also, Yuta's eyes are especially dangerous. Simply looking into them makes me feel like I've been possessed by some spirit. It's all because of the evil singularity. It's scary. But then, what will you do? I had hoped that the Dark Flame Master would somehow break free of the spell with his own power, of his own volition. But that seems impossible. At this rate, we should get help. So Rika and Kumin went to talk to Dekamori and told her about the situation. Understood, yes? It's time to use force, she said. It's the only option we have left, said Rika. I, Dekamori, am your loyal servant. We shall fight side by side no matter what challenges stand in our way. Precisely. Well said, my loyal servant, said Rika. It is the duty of one who has signed the pact, yes? Asked Deko. Still, to think the Dark Flame Master has fallen prey to such magic. When do we act? Tonight, when the moon is full, replied Rika. As you command, said Deko. That night, Kumin went to Nibutani's house. The latter was surprised when Kumin told her that Yuta and Rika weren't coming. Why not? Asked Nibutani. Because it's a full moon, replied Kumin. She noticed some yellow flowers on one of Nibutani's shelves. Oh, what pretty flowers. Don't move anything. It's feng shui, said Nibutani. Then, Kumin noticed a bookshelf of Nibutani's books. I know what you're thinking, but horoscopes don't have anything to do with Chunibyo, said Nibutani. Yeah, I know that, smiled Kumin. Still, there's not much just the two of us can do. I wanted everyone to practice our performance for the school festival. What about Ishiki? Who? Oh yeah, who knows? Kumin was concerned. You mean you forgot about him? Meanwhile, Yuta had just got a text from Rika that said, When the moon is full, come to the shrine. Yuta made it to the sumo shrine to find Rika standing in front of it. "Rika, what do you want this late?" asked Yuta. "Yuta?" "I'm sorry," replied Rika. "That's it?" smiled Yuta. "You really called me out here just for that?" Rika stepped back and said, "I must defeat you." "Huh?" Pow! Dekomori hit Yuta with one of her pigtails from behind. "Master, I can see this clearly. The singularity!" she exclaimed. "What are you talking about?" shouted Yuta. "Yuta! The beer has enchanted you with a spell that has caused an evil singularity to take root within you. I shall cast it out!" exclaimed Rika. "Go, Master!" Rika pulled out her Schwartz ZX prototype Mark II. "Reality rejected. Synapses shattered. Banishment from this world!" exclaimed Rika. But I was taking a break from using my magic, so nothing happened. "Huh? What's going on?" asked Rika. "Master, we have no choice. Go to Plan B!" exclaimed Deko. "Right!" So Rika and Deko ran and circled around Yuta. They tried to use Double Team, but this universe has a slice of life genre, and I already disrespected it way too many times. Yuta smacked Rika in the noggin and she fell. "This one's the fake," said Yuta. "Wrong, you naive fool. That was the real one," said Deko. "It won't work if the body double doesn't take the hit," replied Yuta. Deko gasped. "Oh no! You have a point, yes!" she exclaimed. Rika was hurt from the pain in her head. "Geez, what were you thinking?" asked Yuta. "I can't believe I worried about you. You okay? Come on." Yuta pulled out his hand to help Rika up. She looked at Yuta and he smiled. Rika hesitated to take his hand. "What's wrong?" he asked. Rika slowly reached out to take Yuta's hand, and she grabbed it, and he helped her up. Rika was then looking into Yuta's green eyes. She got so nervous she ran away. Deko was shocked while Yuta was concerned. Back at Nibutani's house, she and Kumin were discussing something about Yuta and Rika. Nibutani smiled. "So it's gotta be love, don't you think?" "Love?" asked Kumin. "Yep. Rika may not realize it, but that girl's in love with Yuta," said Nibutani.